Hello, lovelies. So today, a big thing that I want to talk about is because I've been getting a lot of questions about people saying that they can't get much volume out of their voice when they're speaking in a higher voice. It's very quiet, or they can't do it for very long. They feel like they run out of breath trying to do it. First of all, continue doing these straw exercises with that. A big part of the reason is simply because your vocal cords aren't used to using that upper part, and strengthening them is going to naturally help you be able to talk louder, project more, and just generally get used to your voice. But I also do want to talk about a couple exercises and especially some breathing exercises that can help with that, because having proper breathing procedures for it is going to help you to be able to project that a lot more. And if any of you have taken choir, you've probably heard this before, but when people breathe in normally, they have a tendency to breathe like up, where their shoulders go up when they breathe in, so like a and that doesn't help you very much. You don't get a lot of air in doing that. When you breathe in, what you really want to focus on is you want to feel your stomach go out when you breathe in and then go back down when you breathe out. And that can be difficult for some people because they've never really thought about that. They've never been used to that. So a good way to practice it is to lay down on your back, because usually you will naturally breathe that way when you're laying down, and kind of feel how it does that, get used to that sensation, and that will help you get used to it a lot. And then the two exercises I want to talk about are going to involve kind of holding that breath a lot, and they're really good to help you be able to do it for longer, and that breathing is going to be very important for it. The first one I've heard called the Mima exercises, because that's just one of the noises that you make during it. But essentially, the goal of this exercise is you take a deep breath in, and you're going to find the note that you are using for your voice on a keyboard, and you want to match that note, and then you're going to essentially do a lot of vowels. So you go through each vowel noise, so ma, me, may, mo, moo, any other vowel noise you can think of. And you want to hold it and then say that repeatedly, because that also gets you used to the mouth movement while you're doing that. So, for instance, if the keyboard will cooperate, if you are right about there, then you're going to want to hold it there, so, and then you're essentially just going to say each one repeatedly, so, me, ma, and you, generally the goal is pick one and do it somewhere between 5 to 10 times. It depends on how used to it you're able to do, and then do that for each vowel noise repeatedly, and that'll just help you get used to the various sounds with that. And later there'll be more exercises with more complicated sounds, but this is especially good because it uses mostly front vowel noises, which are a lot easier to get used to at first, and it's a lot less complicated, so you don't have to think too much on keeping your voice where it is. Later we'll talk about more complicated ones. Another one is really simple. It's simply just holding a note. And this one you want to do multiple times with different notes. So if we start with that note again, and then you just hold that note for as long as you can, and then go up a note, and then hold that note for as long as you can. And just doing that repeatedly helps you get used to holding your voice that high, so it's a lot easier to keep doing it. And also work on that breathing with it so that you can get a lot of volume behind it. You don't have to be extremely loud, but try to get it so that it's around a normal talking volume, and get used to feeling that for as long as you can. I'll talk about more complicated speech exercises later, and then pretty soon we will move on more to the various mannerisms that I talked about, and keep practicing every day.